And up next here, this next fight's going to be awesome, man. We got Jung Park coming back here. He's going to be taking on Denis Tiuliulin. Both these guys, they go in there and they're game to go to war, man. It's really fun when either of these guys show up in the octagon. Jung Park, he has a really nice jab. He does a good job when he can work off that jab, pressure forward, and set some combinations up. Throw some pretty slick 1-2s. His boxing is solid. He'll mix it up, body, head. And he has okay wrestling. We've seen him show it off, but most of the time it's came against lesser grapplers. I feel like in this fight he's going to want to try to get it to the ground because he doesn't have that big knockout power, even though he's slick and he can land some, nice shots off the back foot and nice shots off the front foot. He pushes a high pace. He tends to sometimes get in wars because fighters don't really respect his power. They'll just really just get in front of him and try to out gunsling him. And I feel like he's a little bit small for 185. And Denis Tiuliulin, he's one of those guys, man. He goes in there and he wants to get right in your face, pressure you. He is extremely calm and composed. And I do think that he's a little bit slow, but he's a big guy. He's going to be significantly longer, significantly taller than Park in the octagon. And his composure and just ability to keep that pressure, take shots early if he has to, even though he keeps a very high guard and usually defends a lot of the shots. He just wears people down with his pressure and composure, and he has real good hands. He has nice 1-2s. He keeps it real tight, real technical. And then on the inside, he has really nice ability with his elbows, with his knees in the clinch, and he's down to sit in the pocket and brawl. And he has that big power. He has a crazy chin. And his pace is also something that he weaponizes and really uses to break fighters and put him out down the stretch. So I feel like this fight's probably going to play on their feet. I think Park may try to get some takedowns. Maybe he'll get 1 or 2 early. But Tiuliulin, he had a lot of early losses against Russian fighters, taking him down, holding him down. And you see that he's improved with that, even though he did get submitted against Kizrayev in his UFC debut. He had a good first round there, and then second round just kind of got caught in a rear naked choke. But I don't think that Park is just going to be able to go in there and take him down at will. Most of the time when I've seen Park get takedowns outside of the John Phillips fight where he took him down in the clinch, it's been off catching kicks. And Tiuliulin, I don't think is going to give him that opportunity very much. I think he's going to use hands and pressure and not give him that many options to catch a kick or anything like that. So I feel like it's going to be more of a stand-up fight. And we've seen Tiuliulin, really force these wars and get the better of him most of the time. And with Park, I've seen him get finished in a couple of these fights where he's facing a fellow high output pressure fighter, like his fight with Anthony Hernandez, his one of these other fights, Gregory Rodriguez, where he got knocked out in that one. Even the fight with Eric Anders against another pressure fighter, that was a very questionable decision there. So I'm going to go with the upset here and pick Denis Tiuliulin to get the win in this one. I think he's going to be able to keep it standing, use that pressure, create that war that he usually does, get in that chaos. I think he's going to be the bigger guy that hits harder, that's a little bit more active. I think that Park's not going to be able to really set combinations up off that jab because Tiuliulin's going to be giving him too much to deal with. And I actually got to go with Tiuliulin by knockout, so I'm going to say Tiuliulin gets the second round KO TKO in this fight.